What's up, you guys? Film Fan 0599 here again, and today we're going to be reviewing Baby Driver. So, Baby Driver stars Ansel Elgort, Lily James, Kevin Spacey, Jon Hamm, and Jamie Foxx. And what this film is basically about, it's about, this guy named Baby. He works for Kevin Spacey, and he does a bunch of kind of heists for him. He's really good at driving. He's really fast. Likes to listen to a lot of music. Likes to wear a lot of sunglasses. And when he meets this girl named Deborah, he starts having a relationship with this woman, and it kind of affects his work. And let's just say Kevin Spacey doesn't really like that. So, what do I think of Baby Driver? Baby Driver, I was very excited for it because of one man that was directing it, and that is, of course, Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright, knows how to direct some great movies. He's made some great movies like Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, Scott Pilgrim vs. The World's End. The dude knows how to make great movies. He really does, and I was very excited to see what he would do with Baby Driver. I gotta say, he made another great movie. I quite enjoyed Baby Driver a lot. It's a really fantastic film. I really loved Baby Driver a lot. So yeah. So let's get into my positives with the film. My positives are, first being the acting with the movie. The acting is really great. I thought everyone did a really great job in the film. Ansel Elgort, Ansel Elgort, sorry. As Baby, he was great. I really enjoyed him in the film. He did such a fantastic job as Baby. I really enjoyed him. He was great. Brought a lot of charisma and a lot of charisma to his character. I really enjoyed him. He was great. I just immediately fell in love with this character. He was awesome. Definitely one of the best characters of the year so far. I absolutely loved Ansel Elgort as Baby in this movie. Lily James was great too. I quite enjoyed her a lot. Lily James was pretty great as well. Kevin Spacey was great. I loved him in this movie. He was great too. I loved Kevin Spacey as well. Jon Hamm was great. I quite enjoyed him as well. Jon Hamm was great in the movie. Jamie Foxx was great as well. I did enjoy Jamie Foxx as well. He was fantastic. So yeah, the acting is really great in the movie. I did think everyone did a pretty great job. In the film, everyone was really great. The action sequences were fantastic. It was very well filmed, very well executed, and very kind of on the edge of your seat, really. These action sequences were really great. I really loved these action sequences. Some of the best of the year so far. I loved the action scenes in this movie, especially one in particular, which of course I won't spoil, but I'll just say this. On foot chase. It was great. It was by far my favorite scene in the whole movie. It was great. I loved it so much. The action sequences were quite fantastic in the film. I love the action sequences. The comedy is great. The movie did make me laugh a lot. And there was times where the movie did make me laugh a lot. The humor is really well executed. It's very well written. So yeah, the humor is just great. The movie had me laughing a lot at points. So yeah, the humor is fantastic. Even the romance element is great too. I really thought it really played well into the story. It didn't feel forced to me. It was actually very well executed. It was actually very well placed into the story and into the film. And, I really liked that. I think Edgar Wright did a great job of, adding a romance to it and, making it work. And I did think Ansel Elgort and Lily James had some really great chemistry with each other. So yeah, I thought they were both great. They had some great chemistry with each other. So yeah, the romance was really great. The writing is fantastic. I love the writing with this movie. The writing is so great. It's so well written. The dialogue between all the characters are great. I love the writing with this movie. The directing is fantastic. I really love the directing as well. It's very well shot. The editing, holy moly, the editing with this movie is so great. I love the editing with this film. It's very well edited. Cinematography is really great as well. So yeah, Edgar Wright does a really great job of directing this movie. It's very well directed, very well shot in my opinion. Really does a great job with his style of filmmaking with this movie. He really does. And so yeah, Edgar Wright does a fantastic job. Really loved his directing with this movie. And the pacing was really good too. For the most part, the pacing was really good. This movie's an hour and 53 minutes, I believe. and it moves at a pretty nice, solid pace for the most part. Really, it does, does kind of, move at a pretty nice, natural pace for the most part. Really, so yeah. And lastly, for the positives, the soundtrack. The soundtrack, wow. What a great soundtrack. To be honest with you, the soundtrack plays a really big part in this movie. It really does. The soundtrack plays a really, really big part in this film. Like, it's its own character, if you know what I mean. Like, it's really like its own character. Not since, I think, Guardians of the Galaxy, like a non-musical movie, or a musical movie or movie that's based on music, really used the soundtrack this well. Like, they make it like its own character in this movie. And it plays really well, honestly. I love the soundtrack to this film. It's really fantastic. So yeah, the soundtrack of the movie was fantastic. Like, it really plays a big part in this movie. And it's so, so great. So yeah. The only issue that I have with Baby Driver is that it sometimes can get a little bit slow at times. There was a point in the movie where I did think it slowed down a bit. And I thought it was just kind of dragging out a bit too much to me. Like, so yeah, just really there was a point in the movie where it did get a little slow, and I was like, okay, now it's just dragging out a bit, but that's about it, really. Besides that, Baby Driver is quite fantastic. I loved it a lot. It's definitely one of the best movies of the year so far. I quite enjoyed it a lot. So aside from my official grade on Baby Driver, my official grade on Baby Driver is an A. Great movie. I loved it a lot. It's definitely a fantastic film. Edgar Wright made another great movie. The dude's one of the best directors working today. And, he just made another great film. Definitely go out and see it. Baby Driver was, a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it a lot. It's a great film. So, yeah, definitely deserves an A. So, if you have seen Baby Driver, what did you think of it? In the comment section below. And I'm FilmFan0599, and we'll see you out later. Peace.